Oh, it is live. I wasn't sure. Oh, it's live now. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I wasn't here last week. This is because I was feeling very unwell and I had to rest. And I couldn't really just send a little video to let you know. But I'm here today for the live. So it's just a short live today because my energy levels are still not intact. So I do not want to overdo it. I hope that you are all okay. Maybe the phone is too near. I always have it too near. And apologies again. So today is about micro concept, applying the steps in real life. And I want this to be something that is going to be beneficial to you all, as I always say, and to bring value. And oh yes, I read from my notes because it's there and I'm here. So if my eyes go over there, I will have to do it because I can't get what I want. I don't want to be looking all the way up. So welcome all. So let's start. So before we begin today, let's take a few moments that we're going to do meditation. We're going to slow down together and allow our body to settle and relax your shoulders and sit up straight. Soften your jaw. We just want to get rid of all of this tension, and if it feels comfortable, gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Okay, because we just need to zone out and zen out and just feel good within ourselves. So I just want you to feel comfortable right now. Just release anything, any thoughts, anything, any complaints, anything that is getting on your nerves today or yesterday or the day before or something in the past. Just let it all go. Okay, and close your eyes if you want, or soften your gaze like I've said. So take a slow breath in and gently breathe out. Again, breathe in slowly and breathe out, and let your breathing become natural now. Just taking some time out to just relax. We don't need to rush. Okay, now imagine yourself moving through a normal day, not a perfect day, just a real everyday moment. Maybe you're in a conversation or making a decision or facing something that feels slightly uncomfortable. Notice your natural reaction, a thought, a feeling. Just observe it. Now imagine something instead of reacting automatically, just for a moment. You notice what's happening, you gently shift your response, and you choose a small aligned action. Nothing dramatic, just a small shift. Now notice how that feels. Maybe a little calmer, a little more intentional. Now remind yourself, I can pause. I can choose. I can take small steps. Take a small breath in. And gently breathe out. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back and we will begin today. Diva Glitz, become her. So this is about micro concept steps. I'm still doing this series More than likely, I'm going to see by next week if I want to continue this series and go on to micro concept work. And it is beneficial. And if you've been here from the beginning, or if you've seen the lives from the beginning, you are the luckiest person ever. So welcome. Hello everyone. And I would like to say Become Her series has been a very great time for me, and I'm very glad that you're all here. Over the past weeks, we've been building something step by step. So I started with awareness, then micro adjustments, repetition, your inner narrative was next, your identity was next, then your emotions, and how to live in alignment. And so today we're going to take it a step further, because today is about mastery. Because, like I said, if you have been here from the beginning, you should now be a master at micro concept steps. And really, I'm hoping you've put it into practice in your life, because it will make the changes that you're looking for. So this is not about perfection either. This is about practice. And it's wonderful practicing, because one, it will give you something to do. Two, it's going to make you be able to live in the reality you want to live in. And it's going to help you to feel the life that you want to live every single day, instead of waiting around for it. So you can spend maybe half an hour to an hour doing your micro concept steps. Yeah. And practices. It's helpful to you. So I want you to understand how to use these steps in real life. I'm going to delve deeper into it so you get to understand it more, meaning that repetition is helpful to you in order for you to walk in what you want to walk in, no matter what it may be. I don't know. For me, it's like I want to basically have more positive emotions about what I'm going to be doing in my life. I don't want to talk about myself right now, so there's quite a lot I want to do. So I want to feel holidays more within myself and see the beach more. And so basically visualizing it wherever I go, instead of complaining about what I cannot do today for myself. I want to have more positive money thoughts as well. So I'm going to be practicing it with my micro concept steps, and I need to make sure that the practice is happening for at least an hour or two a day for me. So it just depends on what you want to do for yourself. So let's start off. So I want you to ask yourself, have you ever understood something mentally but found it difficult to apply it in the moment? And this is what has just happened to me just now, because I'm talking to you, and then I'm having problems to really relay what I'm trying to say, because I'm thinking and talking at the same time, because I've done a lot of micro concept steps, and I really have transcended into a new space, and I'm getting used to practicing this new life that I've formed, because it has come into my life. And I'm a bit stumbly in what I'm saying, because I'm having to create this new beautiful life that is not fully here yet, but I feel that it's here, if that makes sense. But I still have to take the steps where I've got to do paperwork, I've got to go and travel somewhere. And it's just a very nice space for me to be in right now. But normally I'm running around trying to make it happen in this moment now, and it's not now, it's going to happen bit by bit, step by step, in the short-term future. And it's something that I've always wanted for so long. Cannot tell you what it's about yet, but I cannot wait for the time when I can let everybody know. So recap a time right now and see, because I like to just so we're revisiting the steps clearly. Do that for yourself. So I'm going to start. Step 1 is awareness, noticing what's happening. So this is what I was having problems, noticing what's happening. And I have to sit back, and I've been doing it. I just found a video about healing, because I'm into healing, which I manifested and materialised. And it's something that I've been seeking for so long. And I'd been speaking to people about it, and they kept telling me, I don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. And I just got proof just now. Sometimes people can put doubt inside of you, and I'm kicking myself in not believing in what I was saying, because it's held back my reality. Be careful not to listen to people, because it will hold you back. It doesn't matter what people think of you or what people say about you, or it doesn't matter if anything is looking successful right now. Just take a back seat and believe in yourself, not others, because I'm very, very surprised what I've just heard just now. And I've been talking for years like this, for years. And because I don't look a certain way, I don't look like a Zen master or like a Buddha or whatever you think a healer looks like, I have been ridiculed into people not believing. And it's been severe. It's not even been like a little bit. It's been from a humongous amount of people. And really, when I look at it, I should have been charging. And I would have been a very rich woman. So be aware. Notice what is happening around your life. Is it serving you? Is it beneficial to you? Is it helping your life to be better? Your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions. So awareness is very important. And do this for yourself without no telly on, no music. Do it in the silence. If it's hurting you too much, because some people say their thoughts are too much for them, they cannot deal with, sitting in the silence. They need distraction because the thoughts are too negative, or you might be speaking about a situation that has really got on your nerve, whereas someone might have rung you and then they're just coming with their limited self. They don't know no better. You might want to write what you want to be aware of in this present moment. Because once you're aware of something good, positive emotions, then you're going to lift up your energies, you're going to lift up your vibrations. And this is what we want. We want that type of awareness. Because if your awareness is steering you away into a place that tomorrow it's going to be another downward spiral, and the next day, it is vital that you are aware of what is going on with yourself, because you cannot see your mind at the end of the day. Okay, so your thoughts, what are you thinking? Is it good for you? Is it not? Your emotions, are they negative emotions or positive? And it will get eventually it will become a reaction. And you might take it on your kids, you might take it on the next person that you've spoken to. You might take it out on yourself when you're by yourself and think, everything's just not going your way. But it is. It is going your way. You just have to speak it. Learn how to speak goodness over yourself if you are having any type of reactions. So step 2, micro adjustment, gently shifting your response. I'm going to help you with this now. So no forcing this situation, no overthinking it either, just adjusting slightly. And how we're going to do that? It's repetition, practicing the new response over time. So if you're, for instance, the new response is there, but obviously the old response is overtaken. I have that a lot. The old way is trying to just win. Then you have to know within yourself it's not easy all of the time. And be gentle with yourself. And don't say, oh, I haven't got this, and give up. And because like if you're doing a test, you think you've got to get 100 out of 100, that's the way you've been conditioned. No, this is not a test. This is you remembering to stay with what is beneficial to you. And over time, yes, life will change the way you want it to be. They're simple, but they're not always easy, these steps. And so we're going to explore today. So I want to ask you, why is it hard to apply in the moment? Ask yourself that question. Why is it hard to apply what you want in the moment? And for me, I think it's because I'm not aware. So that's the first step, awareness. So sometimes with your awareness, I'm going to go back to the beginning, sit down and reflect and see what's going on and why it's happening. It might take a couple of days, it might take a week to get there. Sometimes it doesn't happen that day, but as long as you keep looking at it, you will understand. You might be creating some understanding, knowledge and wisdom for yourself, for a betterment for your future. So sometimes it might not be moaning. Sometimes, like I've got a situation where I've got someone I'm really talking about them, and I don't want them on my mind at all. I just want what I need to be doing on my mind, but there's reason for it. And I've just had a basic breakthrough towards, I know it was just a video, but I'm telling you it's going to change everything about life, because I've just been speaking. I did not have the knowledge, I didn't have the book, I had no proof of what I continuously kept speaking about. And now I've got the proof. Not that I need the proof for the people, it's for me and my reassurance and my self-belief about myself, because I should have believed in myself and what I was saying. But it's hard when you're surrounded by people that constantly keep telling you don't know what you're talking about. So awareness. When you've got that awareness, no one can knock you off your block. No one can dim your light and shrink you. Shrinking can bring you down to where they are, in their horrible state, their unhappy world. We don't want that. We want you to get the practices in place for your life. If people are not happy for what's happening to you, then if you can stay in your state of mind, your emotions, your joy, your happiness, great. But if you can't, don't let others try and condition you into believing their unhappiness. There's only so much you can do for another. You can try and try and try, but don't sacrifice your life. So here's the reality. In the moment, things move fast. Believe you me, I know sometimes my thoughts can go so quick, especially if I'm moving around the house, and sometimes I might speak out in order to stop the thoughts, because I'm doing things around the house, or if I'm outside talking to someone aimlessly, we don't get the chance to know what we're really saying until we come back home in a peaceful meditative environment, because there's no one around when I say meditative environment. So here's a reality. It is a reality. So you might react, you feel something, and only after you think, I wish I handled it a lot more differently. But it's okay. It doesn't mean you've made a mistake. It doesn't mean you've done something wrong. It doesn't mean that you're going to create that all that was in that you said into existence. What you're trying to do is look for the life that you really want, but you have to give it the chance, at least. But if you're still talking the same talk all of the time, and not the talks you really want to talk or the thoughts you really want to think, then yes, you're going to keep getting the same thing again. But let's let the light shine through to what you're really wanting. So your brain is used to familiar patterns. So how can we shift the brain away from its old ways? It wants to be efficient still, because it's trained itself so well, it thinks, to be what it is. and it thinks it knows it all as well. So it repeats what it already knows. And sometimes it can be annoying. So let's pause for a bit and let's reflect on what has been said. So like I said, this is why awareness is important, because awareness creates a pause. So say, for instance, something's come up. The awareness will come in and say, is this really what you want? And you can stop and look and see. And then more than that, you're going to see what you want to see. And be like, oh, okay. And you might talk about it, you might write about it, you might bring up a friend, I don't know. You might talk to your children, you might talk to someone that's around, your boyfriend, your husband, whoever it may be, about it. And that's fine. And awareness will give you a pause, so it will give you a choice. And you want that choice, and you're allowed that choice. So don't think you've messed up. A lot of people think, oh, I shouldn't be talking about that person like that, or I don't want that person in my mind because they just annoy me, or they've done bad to me. That's all right if you're thinking about all these things as well. Don't feel bad about it, because if someone's hurt you, they've hurt you. You just don't want to keep bringing up the emotions they gave you, because you'll just be imaging their hurts. And I know people that I've helped a lot, but they just don't listen, so there's nothing I can do. You know, I don't want to take on their negative emotions if they don't want to put no work in for themselves. So you have to speak to the right person as well at the same time, because you can speak to someone about your life and they might not be happy for you. They might be very jealous, and a lot of the time people might go off and take what you're saying. So a lot of the time I might speak to myself, or I write, or speak to my children. Yes, it's about people I can trust. So the power of the pause I want to talk about now. So even for a few seconds, because this is why I'm pausing, as you can notice, just for you to get into that practice. It's enough a few seconds. So in that moment you go from automatic reaction to intentional response. So the response you want, the reaction you don't want, pause. The reaction you want, it's intentional. You want it to be intentional. So awareness will give you that intention. You don't want to be aimlessly just talking something you don't want to talk, or thinking you don't want to think. You want to think what's going to make you happy and benefit your life, and foresee something good for your future. And it will happen. Also, I'm having a stressful time with money, but I'm practicing. I'm saying, like, no, this is not going to happen. How am I going to deal with the situation when it comes up? And I'm looking at it, I say I'm going to be happy. So I'm talking to myself about it. Happy, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. Even though at this moment in time it doesn't appear, but my awareness, I'm making sure, no, I'm not going to allow this to get to me. Because my mind keeps trying to make me see something that's not going to be good. I said, no, go away. You don't belong here, not another day. I've allowed you to control me in the past. I'm not going to allow it no more. And because it's been with me for so long, it thinks it's in charge. So now I'm in charge of it, and I will keep relaying. So that's what I'm doing at the minute, because I'm bringing in positive money. So that's another example. The money situation, I know this is why I talk about money a lot. is a big one. The old way is really trying to keep you. But you have to keep saying no. Even if you've said the old way, yes, you can pause and say, this is how it is. I'm going to be fantastically fine. Everything's working out for me brilliantly. I make so much. Even little words like this. But you have to, you don't have to be 100% confident. But I would like you to feel comfortable. Don't feel stressed when you say it, because I want to help people with this area when it comes to money, because people still feel stressed when you talk about it. And I don't want people to feel stressful emotions. It's not good for your health. We're supposed to know our truth of who we are, born rich, basically, but our identity got stolen. And we got lied to, and that far too much when it comes to what is rightfully ours. So when you speak anything over yourself, and you might feel, oh, I don't even know if I'm allowed that, if it's for that one over there. They said it's for them and only for them. No, that's not the truth. But you have to keep practicing until it's a new belief. And then you might not see it in your life, and then the mind's going to say, see, I told you so. No, keep going. Eventually you'll see changes. But keep pausing. If you really, really want to change, I've said it before, it can be annoying at times when you want something immediately, but life has got your back. Honestly, it has. But you have to have your back. But if you're not used to having your back, then you have to make sure that you're saying to yourself, the old self is coming and saying, the old conditioning, it will speak and talk. And the new self is, this is how it is. Pause. The old self will come back. This is how, and it will fluctuate. And sometimes you're going to think like you're going mad or something. I have those days. Please let that go away, because that's another lie of the mind. Because you're not used to the new way. I'm going through something again. I always go through something because I'm always doing something when it comes to my practices. And I think maybe I'm taking on too much. But I know something is materialising fantastically when I go through this. And take it one step at a time. And if you do too much as well, it can be too much for you. So take some time out and do, something you enjoy. Spend some time with, who you love, or go somewhere nice. Go for a walk. Fresh air is always nice. And try not overthink. Sometimes the mind can overthink, especially if you're in a stress situation. If your mind is overthinking, that means you're stressed. If you're talking too much to yourself, it means you're stressed. So it's okay. You just have to just chillax, relax, unwind, because you're allowed. Life is telling you that you're probably not. That also might be telling you, it's not telling you something good if you don't feel yourself. So you have to notice this and say, put the new happiness there until it is fully with you. It's a very nice situation to be in. So this is what mastery looks like, when you can keep shifting it back. If this way is constantly talking to you, that is. If it's not, fine. You keep speaking about the new way that is coming forward for you. Yes? So you don't have to get it right every single time either. Sometimes you might just want to leave it and say you've done enough. It is enough. But I'm trying to say, if the emotion is like hurting you and making you feel sad, then you might have to go and listen to some guided meditation or some affirmations. Affirmations always work in this process, and then speak the affirmations out. and know for sure that it's good for you. So knowing you're not going to get it right all the time, so knowing and noticing to pause is good for you. Okay, so today is a very, very short live because I think it's important to just keep this short. So remember to choose differently. That's what this live is about, even slightly, because I'm telling you, small steps. I say this all of the time. It is like my motto, make huge advances, to be honest. So I want to walk through real life examples. So self-doubt is one. So I notice I'm doubting myself. This is for awareness. This is what the awareness is. I notice I'm doubting myself. You might. So I've noticed my self-esteem has gone down a bit, and I've got to see why. So pause. And this is the adjustment. I can still take a small step. And pause. Repetition. You practice this again and again. So if you're doubting yourself, you say to yourself, I can still take a small step. And this is what I've been doing to myself as well. I can still take a small step. Now, example 2, if you're overwhelmed. So the awareness would be, I feel overwhelmed. So the adjustment is, I'm going to focus on one small thing. The repetition, you keep returning to this response. So I'm going to go into example 3, avoidance. I have this, avoidance. So awareness, I am avoiding this. That's your awareness. Repetition, you build consistency. Pause, these are small shifts. Because all small shifts is doing something very nice. And they are very powerful shifts as well, because it's building you up to somewhere. Don't need to take on Paris in a day. Okay, so now I'm going to do a guided meditation, and I'm going to look away from the camera when I do this, because I just want you to zone in on you and just feel this beauty that I'm going to be doing right now. So I want you to think about a real situation in your life right now. Something that feels challenging. Now ask yourself, what is my usual reaction here? Now, what would awareness look like? What small adjustment could I make? And how could I repeat that this week? If you feel comfortable, share all of what you have done today in the chat, please, because I would like some response and some feedback on how you're going. I'm making all of this very small today. So as we bring this together, I want you to remember this. You don't need to change everything. You just need to change your awareness more often, and it will be helpful. Being aware of what is going on. If you're not, used to it, fine. You will get used to it. Because once you just stop and see, why is this going on at this moment? Is this really what I want to be doing and thinking and seeing? Or you might just want to say, is this really what I want to be thinking? Do it for yourself and see how you get on, and then where you want to be doing and what you want to be doing, fine. If it's a situation where you can speak to someone, do that too, to sort it out. Do that too. If you can't, fine. Time is a healer. Or if it's a financial situation, keep working on seeing more for yourself. If it's a relationship argument, keep seeing the good. If it's a breakup and you're not getting back, keep seeing yourself in a new one. Because everything can be nice. There's plenty of niceness out there, so we might as well look at it instead of looking at what is not peaceful to us. There's no point staying in it. We are free, whether we believe it or not, and that's another thing. You have to believe in the freedom. So choose small shifts more often, more than the big, massive, I want it all type mentality. No, it's just going to basically mess up and sabotage whatever you're trying to change. And take your time. And you see how peaceful I'm being? Be like this to yourself as well. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Don't be too soft. You have to have a bit of a resistance in you where you are not like type of lazy soft, like it's too tranquil and not enough pushing in a way where it's not forced. We don't want to force anything, but sometimes like running on the treadmill for half an hour and you only want to do 10, do the half an hour. You know, that's pushing yourself like a elastic band. A bit stretch a bit more. So as we close, I want you to leave you with something very simple. So look at this. Mastery is not about perfection. No mastery is. And whoever's told you that definitely has lied, and there's plenty of them out there. They've told you and shown you, oh, this high-end look of this is the way life goes, and if you're not like Beyonce running around on the stage, you're not a master, or you're not a Zen master. No, there's no truth in none of it. Because if we all thinking that we're never going to get to where we need to get to. Mastery is the continuous practice. That's mastery in itself, because most people give up. They go onto the next and they go at what they're good at and stay with that. But they won't change what is uncomfortable, or what they feel they can't, or what they feel they can't have. So look at it like that. I don't stay in the box. Many people try to keep me in the box, and some of the things I've done, people saying, oh my God, I thought you'd stop. I'm 50 now. I thought you'd stop. I said, why did you think that for? Because it carries on until the day I transcend. It carries on because I'm here and I see myself as amazing. So you got to see that about yourself too. Be, have, do whatever you want. And I'm not talking in a way where don't be grabalicious out there trying to do things that are not going to be for you. Know what's for you. Go on the right path for you and love yourself enough. I got a self-love planner, so you can check it out. And self-love will get you to understand what is going on. So you can go on my Facebook here. On Facebook. I don't even know if this has gone on Facebook, because I did do 2 lives. I'll check it out in a minute. Or my Instagram, Diva Gets Lifestyle, has a link there so you can buy the planner. Because self-love will help you see your vision. I've done vision board planning work events for free on my Facebook as well, but they didn't stay on. They only stayed on for 30 days. But I'd done a event yesterday, and they're fantastic. And I will be doing some paid events in the future, but not right now. So people need to see the relevance of all that I do, because I don't do the same as Jane or June. And when I say Jane or June, I mean, and people just copy one another, and it's the same old thing, same old repetitive lives out there, nothing different. I have come from a different spot, different place, because I saw that women need something different in order to be okay with themselves and their family and their children. So this is what I formed, what I have, Diva Glitz, become her. So you can see Diva Glitz up here, even though you can't see the sun the right way. So I've built it slowly, and no, it's not branded and marketed, and I haven't got advertised and all the flash stuff. Really, that's not what it's about. It's about the knowledge that is being brought forth. Take your time in life. Be happy. And I need to build up more of a community, movement, world connections would be good to support the woman and the children, because there's not enough out there, and women are certainly not walking in their truth. So this is why I'm here. So as we close the day, please understand it's not about perfection, mastery. It's about keeping it going for yourself. It's about practice. It's about noticing, adjusting, and continuing is the most important. Again and again, because those small moments, just look at them, are what shape your life. Those small moments of smelling that flower, those small moments of having that laughter, those small moments of feeling good, those are the best times. And the more you do and are aware of those small moments, you will remember those happy times in the times that try to come and drag you down. You don't want it. So, thank you for being here. And remember, you are becoming. Through the small steps you practice every day. And if you don't want to do it every day, fine. But try something little. It would be beneficial. But there's no rules and regulations here. Okay, so how long have I been on today? I haven't been on 42 minutes. Normally I'm on for much more longer. I will come back next week. It's been hard to come back because I've obviously transitioned again to new places. I wasn't well last week. I'm still not feeling 100%. My energies need to go up because I feel I might have taken on too much with some situations that I wasn't 100% focusing on. So you do have these times. So what was I going to say? Everything's sorted out now for the betterment. Something very big and beautiful has come forward. So I have to look at if I'm doing my goals are too big. So make sure you don't do too big a goals, because I noticed, I think 2 weeks ago, no, I was talking to a therapist actually on Monday, because I go and see a therapist now, which is good for me, because I love therapy. I think therapy is brilliant for everyone, no matter. And it's just a part of my life. I was saying to him, I'm too much of a high achiever. That's what my problem is. So he made me aware of that. So I've done it in my past, as a kid growing up, and now I'm noticing, I'm 50 now, I'm allowed to just relax. I've done enough. I've done well. I'm happy with myself. I've got a lot of nice experiences in life, and I've got to be grateful. So practice gratitude as much as you can. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every single day. So now I'm going to go. I hope you've enjoyed this small little live, and I will be back next week for a time. How long, I don't know. And please, if you do, leave me a comment. Okay, reach out. Thank you for the one person that stayed. You're the luckiest person in the world that you've stayed. Believe you me, I know. Bye.